Most traders pick Tradify's daily payout policy for one simple reason, because it sounds amazing. You get paid every single trading day instead of having to wait for 5 if you pick the Tradify Select Flex account instead. You get cash flow on demand. What's not to love? Here's the thing though, the choice is permanent. So once you pass and you select evaluation and you pick either daily or you pick flex, but you can't switch back and forth ever. So daily comes with 2 restrictions that flex doesn't have. And those restrictions, well, they blow up more accounts than the payouts ever save. So in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to walk you through exactly how the Tradeify Select Daily Payout policy actually works, the buffer, the daily loss limit, the payout caps, and the 50% rule. And by the end, you'll know whether daily is the smart play for your style or whether you should pick flex instead. I'm Robert. I trade futures and I break down prop firms on this channel and talk about futures day trading without all the hype. I've worked through Tradify's rules for both the select accounts, for daily and also for flex, and I'm going to give you the version that most affiliate videos skip. So here's what we're covering today with the select daily accounts, what they actually are, where it fits into Tradify's lineup, then the buffer system, dollar amount you have to stay above to withdraw anything, and the daily loss limit, which is the single biggest trade-off, then the payout caps and the 50% rule. At the end, the part where most channels skip, we'll figure out who daily is actually for and who should run away, not walk, but run to the select flex plan instead. If you're researching prop firms, hit subscribe. I do these every week. Also, if you're looking to make a prop firm purchase, code RTF will get you discounts at most major firms like Lucid Trading, Perdia, Full Knox, Trade Day, Tradify, Humble Futures, Funded Futures Network, Xavius, YRM Prop, and many more. So check the description to find out more about these firms, their rules, and exclusive discounts for the RTF community. Let's go. Tradify has 3 main account tracks: Growth, Lightning, and Select. Select is their newer plan. It's the evaluation. It's harder than Growth. You need a minimum of 3 trading days, and there's a consistency rule during the evaluation. But once you pass, you get to choose how you want to be paid. The choice between Select Flex, which pays out on a 5-day cycle, or Select Daily, which you can request a payout from at the end of any qualifying trading day. The pitch for daily is simple. Let's say you make money on Thursday, request a payout Thursday night, and get paid Friday. Funds can hit in as little as 60 minutes once you're approved. The normal processing is 24 to 48 hours. But daily isn't just flex with faster payouts. It's a different risk structure entirely. It adds a daily loss limit, it uses a buffer system, and the per cap payouts are smaller. Tradify designed it for traders who want frequent, smaller withdrawals with tighter risk management. Not for traders who hit one huge day and want to pull it all out. And remember, this choice locks in the second you activate. You cannot change it later on that account. Here's what Tradify says about the Select Daily Payout policy. And remember, this is you select daily payout for your account type on the Select account. So the Select Daily Payout policy is designed for traders who value rapid access to profits and prefer more frequent, smaller withdrawals. This policy includes tighter risk management with a daily loss limit, and it operates with a buffer system. You can see we have those account parameters here. We have our maximum drawdown per account size. The drawdown type is all end of day. No consistency rule, the starting contract sizes, and then the maximum number of contracts once you've fully scaled. I don't cover the scaling plan in this video. Drop a comment if you want to hear more about that. The next concept you have to understand is the buffer. On a daily payout account, every account size has a fixed buffer amount. You cannot withdraw any profits that will bring your balance below that buffer. So here's the number. On a 25K account, the buffer is $1,100. On a 50K account, the buffer is $2,100. On a 100K account, the buffer is $2,600. And on a 150K account, the buffer is $3,600. These numbers are fixed for the lifetime of the account. They don't change as you grow. So what does that mean in practice? Well, let's say that you have a 50K daily account. Your starting balance is $50,000. To request any payout at all, you need the account to be above $52,100. That's your $50,000 starting balance plus the $2,100 buffer. Everything above that line is potentially withdrawable up to the cap. There is a daily payout eligibility, and the profit split is 90-10. Let's take a look at those payout caps and the daily continuity rule. This is the daily continuity rule. To be eligible for a payout on any day, they may request up to 2 times the profit earned between each payout request, capped at $600 for 25K, $1,000 for a 50K, $1,500 for a 100K, $2,500 for a 150K account, and the cap resets after each payout cycle. Your minimum payment is $250. Let's go through these examples together. So here's a real example from Tradify's own documents right here. A trader on a 50K daily account has a balance of $53,500 and has earned $250 in profit since their last payout. Their buffer is $2,100. They're $1,400 above the buffer, so they can request a payout. After the withdrawal, their balance is set back to $53,000. So again, that first example you have, 2 times $250 equals $500. The trader is able to request a payout of up to $500 as a trader is more than $500 above the buffer. After a payout approved, the balance is set to $53,000. Okay, so what happens if the trader only earns $700? Cap for a 50K account is $1,000, so the trader could request up to $1,000 as the trader is more than $1,000 above the buffer. After the payout's approved, the balance will be set to $52,500. After the payout's completed, the profit resets to 0 and the next cycle begins. Finally, let's look at one more example together. If instead the trader had only earned $100, you've got 2 times $100, which equals $200, but the minimum payout is $250. Not eligible yet. The trader needs at least $125 in profit to request the minimum $250 payout. If the trader had negative profit, lost money since the last payout, the buffer is the gate, right? So you don't get your cash until you've cleared it. This is for the subsequent payouts, which is the second payouts and beyond. For all payouts after your first, you must have positive net profit during each payout cycle in order to request a payout. This simply ensures traders have made at least some amount of money between the requests. As long as you have positive net profit for the payout cycle and meet the buffer requirement, you're eligible for the payout. So here's how the daily payouts work. Number 1, you trade until your account balance exceeds the buffer requirement. Number 2, at the end of the session and once your dashboard updates, you'll be able to request a payout of your profits above the buffer up to the payout cap. Ensure that you meet the daily continuity rule if it's your second payout or more. Number 3, receive your payout within 24 to 48 hours. And number 4, continue trading to build additional profits above the buffer. Number 5, request payouts once you become eligible again. All right, let's talk about the daily loss limit, which really is the trade-off, right? And this is the section that most affiliate reviews skip, but in my opinion, it's really important, right? Flex accounts do not have a daily loss limit. You can have a brutal red day. As long as you don't breach your trailing drawdown overall, you're fine. Daily accounts have a daily loss limit, and it's a soft breach, and you'll be halted from trading on that particular day. So here are the daily loss limits by account size for the Select Daily plans. Get your 25K account with a $500 loss limit, 50K account with a $1,000 daily loss limit, 100K account with a $1,250 daily loss limit, and a 150K account with a $1,750 daily loss limit. That $1,000 limit on a 50K is what gets most people. If you're used to swinging size on flex with no daily ceiling, switching mindsets to daily without adjusting your sizing is the fastest way to hit the DLL and then the MLL. So one of the things I have to consider is, do I sometimes take drawdowns intraday and then try to trade my way back up? Or am I someone that is comfortable stopping without hitting my daily loss limit? Because that's the real issue. If you're someone that likes to trade their way back up, it's going to be more difficult. Real quick, if you decide Tradify is for you after this, there's a link in the description along with my code RTF, and that's going to get you the best discount on this prop firm right now. So let's get right back into it. Once you're past the buffer and you haven't tripped your DLL, the next question is, how much money can you actually pull out? Daily payout uses smaller caps than flex because the idea is that you get frequent small withdrawals rather than like one big monthly haul or weekly haul or whatever. The caps per payout cycle are, for the 25K account, we've got $600. The 50K account's $1,000. The 100K account is $1,500. The 150K account is $2,500. So even if your 50K account has $5,000 of profit above the buffer, you can only pull out $1,000 per cycle. And then there's the 50% rule. On daily, half the profit you withdraw on any payout has to come from the previous trading days, not just one single day that you're requesting from. Tradify wants to see consistency, not a one and done lottery ticket day. Practically, this means that you can't pass an evaluation, have one monster session, and withdraw full cap on day one. You need to have built up profits over multiple sessions. And that's why Tradify markets daily for traders who grind. They want you to accumulate steady wins over many sessions, not gambling for the outliers. Let's talk about how to request the daily payout. At the end of the trading session, your dashboard will reconcile between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern. Once it updates, if your balance is above the buffer and you've satisfied all the continuity rules from previous payouts, you'll be able to request a payout. You request the amount up to your cap, up to your profit above the buffer. You submit. Tradify processes these within 24 to 48 hours during business hours. If you submit outside Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern, you can expect it to be up to 72 hours to process. Once it's approved, the funds move to whatever your payout method you've set up. Rise is the main one, and they also have Plain as an alternative. You'll receive 90% of the requested amount, and then the 10% is Tradeify split. Quick engagement break. Drop a comment. Are you leaning flex or are you leaning daily? I read every one of these comments, guys. Let me just lay it out for you. Daily is the right pick if you trade small, consistent size, and you rarely have a daily drawdown that approaches the MLL. You value cash flow over big monthly checks. You'd rather have $1,000 every week than $5,000 once a month. You're disciplined enough to walk away when you're red because the DLL is a problem if you like to come back and trade later in the session. Or if you want fast access to fund living expenses or scale into other accounts. Now, Flex might be the right pick for you if you sometimes have deep intraday drawdowns, but you're able to trade your way back up. You don't need the money urgently and prefer larger, less frequent payouts. You scale size on certain setups and you don't want the DLL squeezing you, and you're okay waiting through a 5-day cycle for bigger checks. And here's the thing nobody says. The free money daily framing of daily is a trap. If your trading style doesn't match the DLL, the number of people who pick daily because they want daily payouts sounds great, and then you hit the DLL and you have to stop for the day, causing them not to be able to make the money back later in the session. If you don't know which type of trader you are, you should probably just pick Flex. You can always pass another select evaluation later, and you can run a daily account in parallel if you want. Tradify allows up to 5 funded accounts total across all the different plan types. Let's do a quick recap. 3 things to remember. 1. Select daily payout has a buffer you have to clear, a daily loss limit that doesn't exist on Flex, and a smaller per cycle cap. The numbers depend on the account size, but for like a 50K, it's a $2,100 buffer, $1,000 DLL, and a $1,000 payout cap. 2. The 50% rule means half your payout has to come from prior sessions, so you can't pay out and done on a single huge day. 3. The choice is permanent, and you can't change it later. If you've decided that Tradify is the path for you, the first link in the description will get you right to the evaluation page. Code RTF will get you best discount available. If you want to check out LucidFlex instead, I'm going to leave that video up here on the screen too. And I will see you guys on the next one.